Asizi. We cannot buy her story. There's no Winnie Mandela who didn't take the side of the underdogs, the side of the oppressed. Kaofela re a tseba the extent to which drugs are destroying the future of this country. Yeah, IDEC head, she ain't part of progress.
The Economic Freedom Fighters leader, Julius Malema, has applauded Investigating Directorate Against Corruption IDEC head Andre Johnson for what he described as their bravery and integrity during a tense parliamentary appearance this week. Johnson faced probing questions from members of parliament about whether her husband's position with the South African Police Service could compromise her work at IDEC. Her husband serves under Crime Intelligence Boss Lieutenant General Dumisani Khumalo was himself arrested by the Anti-Corruption Unit in June. Appearing before Parliament's ad hoc committee investigating corruption with the criminal justice system, Johnson firmly rejected any suggestion of conflict of interest and said, "I hold my oath of office and integrity." Importantly, when I was due to take up the position as head of IDEC, it became a reality that there were ongoing investigations into criminal and corruption allegations within SAPS. My husband and I do not discuss work-related matters. Her remarks drew mixed reaction from members of parliament, some pressing further on potential ethical concerns, while others praised her candor about professionalism. Among her supporters was Malema, who commended Johnson's composure under pressure and hailed her as an example of principled leadership, and said the issue of your husband should never make you doubt your capabilities. This is quality leadership from a black woman. You've answered questions with clarity and confidence. Challenges are part of leadership and they shouldn't distract you from your mission to fight crime and corruption. In a rare moment of warmth across political lines, Malema likened Johnson's resilience to that of the late struggle icon Winnie Madikizela Mandela and said, "I thought Winnie Mandela died, but she has multiplied," drawing nods and murmurs in the chamber. Malema also expressed understanding of Johnson's personal circumstances, saying that as a married man himself, he could relate to the boundaries between personal and professional discussions, and said, "We never discuss EFF internal matters in detail at home. You may talk generally about work, but not the specifics. Who's involved, what files are on the table, and so on." Johnson acknowledged Malema's remarks with gratitude, echoing his sentiment, and said, "You are correct. We discuss generalized law enforcement issues, but not the specifics of crime intelligence. Thank you for providing that clarity." Johnson's appearance before Parliament marked a defining moment in her leadership at IDEC, one that tested both her independence and her resolve, with Malema's endorsement highlighting her integrity. The exchange underscored the delicate balance between personal relationships and public accountability in South Africa's ongoing fight against corruption.
It should never put you in a difficult situation where you start doubting your capabilities and your capacity. Sitting here, for me, this is quality leadership coming from a black woman. You answer questions properly, you give us information well articulate. There will be more challenges. They come inherently with being a female leader. We all have issues that we might not have handled properly. It's part of growth. It's part of becoming more experienced and then dealing with matters differently going forward. And when you live here, this should never, I heard you saying I'm very angry, it must never be one of the issues that are going to distract you from fighting crime and fighting corruption. You came here, we shared that information with you. On a hindsight means I'm more clever now, and you should take it in that spirit and continue to fight. I thought Winnie Mandela died, but Winnie Mandela has multiplied. Thank you very much.
I received, thank you.
Johnson also opened up about how her life has turned upside down since the arrest of Crime Intelligence Boss Dumisani Khumalo. She shared chilling details of threats sent straight to her phone, warning her to target body bags already because she and her team had gone too far. Johnson stood her ground, pushing back against claims that IDEC is overstepping or being used for personal fights, and stressed her unit's key role in tackling state capture and graft in the South African Police Service (SAPS). Her evidence painted a picture of deep problems in SAPS, especially around secret funds and big contracts that draw in those looking to loot. This comes amid growing worries about syndicates and slush funds that have long plagued the force. She further rejected allegations that IDEC is acting out of bounds and says Khumalo's arrest by her unit is in line with its mandate to investigate serious, high-profile or complex cases relating to corruption or financial matters. She outlined how IDEC steps in on big cases, especially those from the Zonda era, to clamp down on state capture. Johnson said her unit is not on a witch hunt but follows evidence where it leads. She outlines the role IDEC is playing in clamping down on matters relating to state capture and to refute what she says is a narrative that has been created, accusing Crime Fighting Unit of involving itself in the SAPS human resources matters. On Mkwanazi's claims that IDEC was used to derail the political killings task team, Johnson called them false and rejected Mkwanazi's assertions that the unit was being used to scupper political killings task team investigations. Are false. She said IDEC works with the SAPS on probes but does not overstep. It's about teamwork to nail corruption. A key part of evidence touched on how Khumalo probe started. National Coloured Congress leader and MP Vadel Adams came to IDEC with information on Khumalo after getting no joy from SAPS in the Western Cape and Gauteng. Johnson said that the National Coloured Congress leader, Adams, approached IDEC with information about Khumalo after he said he was ignored by the SAPS in the Western Cape and Gauteng when he laid charges relating to corruption against him and his team. But during the hearing, it came out that SAPS had tried to follow up with Adams. They just could not reach him. Johnson said this did not change the facts. IDEC looked into the claims and found enough to act. She stressed that tips from the public are vital, and IDEC steps in when other paths fail, funding issues and accountability gaps in crime intelligence. Johnson dived into the heart of the SAPS woes, big money contracts and secret funds that are ripe for abuse, and said that within the SAPS environment, contracts for procurement of services and goods are large and financially lucrative, and added that this reason they attract the attention of those wanting to loot the system. She pointed to CI as a hotspot with long-standing claims of mass looting from its secret slush funds. What's your take on this one, people? Thanks for watching. Please